This is Mark and Ryan.
Yep.
Now we are gonna do the inputs. So it's an I, and the I, and an O, and then split down the middle. And you're gonna do your lines, of course, to do the numbers.
We at least got to finish this question.
Yeah. So the inputs are 18, 19,
And 20.
20. Then the outputs are
16, 18, 20.
16, 8, 18, and 20. 20, not 12. Okay, so now we got to figure out the pattern rules. So what we're going to do is we're going to do plus 2 to get to 18 and 20 from 16. And then you're going to plus 1, and then plus 1, and then now you got to figure out the pattern rule between 18 and 16, 19 and 18, and 20 and 20. So to figure that out, we we're gonna think it's simple addition. Well, it's simple subtraction. We're gonna subtract for this one, and subtract from 18 to 16. We subtract 2, so we subtract 2, and then we subtract 1, and then we subtract nothing. So I'm thinking that for each one that we do, it will be taken down by 1 each time. So like 18 to 16 would be 2, then it minus is 1, and then it would be 19 minus 1 is 18, and then it goes down another 1, which would be 20 minus 20, which would be nothing, which would equal that.
Yes.
So
Correct.
the pattern rule would be every time from each number from input to output, you're subtracting 1 from the number that you just subtracted by. So if we subtract by 2, after that you're going to subtract by 1, then you're going to subtract by nothing. Okay? And then now we are going to try to figure out the 72nd inputs. So the 72nd input would really be pretty tricky. So we have to do from 16, 18, 20, so it'd be 22, 24, 28, no, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 38. So now I think the output would probably be 72. So the 77th term would probably be 72, not 72. The output would be minus. You'd obviously minus negative something. So in the negative something would be, just trying to figure it out. Hold on.
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
I'm sure of it.
Okay. So it would be subtracting negative 2. And so you subtract negative 2 from 72, you would get negative 70. So you will get negative 70. Okay. Now you are gonna find the input of 72. So if the input was 72,
You just stopped recording and just started to record.
I'm Mark. So I think and we're gonna start to input it number 1 and then question for today. 0. first thing you want to do is draw now. So we are going to try to put a line right in the middle of it. So it's 18, 16, 19, and 18, and 20 to 20. Ryan's going to tell you the rest. So
Tell you the other parts. So first for our inputs, we got
now we got to figure out
18.
if input is 72. If what happens if
19.
input was 72.
That I'm not good with the iPad.
And 20.
Yep.
And
Now taking it to mark for the outputs.
and now the outputs are 16, 18, and 20. Now, as you want to make these, you want to try to make them as neat as possible, which we didn't really accomplish here today.
Okay. Now.
And now Ryan will show you the next step.
Okay. Now we're gonna try to find the difference. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First, from 16 to 18, we all know it's plus 2. And then from 18 to 20, easily we know it's plus 2. Now taking it to mark for the input.
Now, 18 to 19 is obviously plus 1 plus okay. And then from 19 to 20 is obviously is plus 1 plus. And then what you want to do is try and define the input and output rules. So from 18 to 16, we would obviously, subtract 2. And then from 19 to 18, we would subtract 1. And 20 to 20, we would be subtracting big 0.
Yep.
So now, Ryan will take it from here.
Okay. So for input, it's plus 1. And then for output, plus 2. Now bring it back to mark.
Okay. Now, so this is Ryan and Mark again. So this is our second question, which is actually question 3, because we are in grade 6. So yeah. And now our first question will be blank. Plus 6.
Now this is an inverse operation.
Yes. Equals 5 times 2. Now,
First of all, we already know
that you have to do what you know.
Yep.
For the inverse operation.
Would be 10.
Which is 5 times 2 equals 10.
Yes.
So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out, we're going to do a long process. So, equals, and equals. So, now I will take it over to Ryan.
Just take it over to me.
Okay. So now we're gonna have to do the opposite. Wait, yeah, so like this, and then instead of plus 6, we're gonna minus 6. Then we're gonna have to minus 6 on this side, which crosses this out and crosses this out. So now we only have, it would be
10.
Blank equals minus 6. Minus 6 equals 10. So now we have to do like blank minus 6. So would be blank minus 6. So we're gonna get rid of that 6, and then all that's left. Wait. Now we still have to have the minus 6 on this side. Crosses that out. Crosses out the blank. So now we have 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 would equal blank equal 4.
Yeah.
4, and that's our answer to question number 2.
Yeah.
4 plus 6 equals
4
5
plus
times
6 equals 5 times 2, which
is
means 10.
So
Thanks for watching.
4 plus 6 equals 10. And then
Thanks for watching.
times 2 equals big 10.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. This is MA and RC signing out. Bye-bye.